Welcome to SchoolLMS Tour again. In this video, I will be showing you one of the content types that the SchoolLMS is facilitating or providing to teachers and learners. There are many content types that the system provides, such as interactive lessons, notes, even assessments, and ebooks, you name it. These are content types that on a daily basis we're busy integrating as we go from all kinds of resources that the teachers are linking us to add to the system. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to focus on how to access the interactive content. As you can see on this video, on your screen, this is a teacher timetable. The teacher initial is N and the surname is surname, and it's the timetable for 2021. As you can see, this is a timetable that's loaded, which is a dummy timetable that is actually created for this demo. In order to access interactive content, there are so many ways, except there's just two ways that I'm going to show you right now. The one way, if you want to publish an interactive lesson to the learners as a teacher, which is, I'm a teacher right now, you go to the slot or period where you want to publish this. When you click on it, a menu pops up. On the menu, for the purpose of this video, I'll be focusing on Publish Lesson. When you click Publish Lesson, a pop-up with the lessons, interactive lessons that have been created for the whole year will appear. As you can see, these are Natural Sciences Grade 9 lessons from Term 1, Term 2, Term 3, and Term 4. So I'm just going to publish the first lesson, then I'm clicking Publish Lesson. Then when the lesson is published, the pop-up will appear, which you have to click OK for the system to start loading the timetable showing all the lessons that have been published. In this case, it will only show the lesson on the slot that I was publishing on. There we go. When the lesson is published, the slot starts to show a link to the lesson. And this does not only appear on the teacher side, it also appears on the learner side. So this is how the learners can be given access to your interactive content by just publishing it on the slot. And you will notice as I browse down, all other school resources are basically linked to every lesson that you publish, because the whole point about it is it should be easy as you go through the lesson to also go through some of the resources if you want to do further exploration of the content. Which you can see there's a digital school library, which in another lesson I will show you how that works, and there's the SABC Education Virtual Academy and other resources. So in order to access this lesson, you just click on the link. And in order to say you've published the wrong lesson and you want to unpublish as a teacher, you just click on Unpublish. So because I want to access the lesson, I'm just going to click on the link and the lesson will start. So now I'm on the content management platform where you can see it took me in with my details as teacher and surname, and it's the Summer Park content platform. In order to access the lesson, I just click Start Lesson. Then the lesson loads. We can start with the lesson. Normally, because it's better to view it full screen, at the bottom right off your screen, you'll see where I'm pointing, there's a pop-up which says full screen. You click on that to make it full screen. Then from there, you can browse either with your arrows on your keyboard, or if you're using a touch screen, you can just slide your hand through the screen. Then the lesson, you can start the lesson, of which this lesson is starting with a 5-minute question, because that's what the formula is so far at Sound Park, with lessons having 5-minute questions before the teacher covers them, which could be questions from lessons, the previous lesson, or if it's the beginning of the year, it's the previous content from the performer grade. It's just to get the kids upbeat and to also get them to be ready to be assessed from time to time. And this is a drag and drop content type or lesson activity. So the learners can just drag and drop the answers to see if they know the information, the questions that are being asked here. So I'm just dragging and dropping all of these just for demonstration. And as soon as the learner's done filling up this question, they can click check, and it'll actually mark them and show them what they got right and what they got wrong as a matter of practice. So the teacher can proceed after this to start doing their lesson. This, as I go through it now, the learners are going through it on their devices. And the teacher will teach all the way, and by the end, there could be other quizzes. In this case, it's a video quiz, where it's actually a video content that has questions on it. I'm just going to quickly play it.
There are many kinds of animal and plant cells that have different architectures and do different things. But many of the parts of these cells are the same and have the same functions. If we created a typical animal cell, it might look something like this. Even though no specific animal cell looks exactly like this one, it contains features shared by most such cells. Surrounding the outside of the cell is the cell membrane. This membrane is very thin, only about 1/100,000th of a millimeter thick. A photograph of a cell membrane taken with
right there, there's a question that's loaded on the video, of which the teacher and the learners can actually click to see what the question is. And the question says what it says. Then you can actually select the answer and you click check. It will actually say you got it right. Then you can click continue.
With the help of an electron microscope, reveals that it has 3 layers.
Then the other contents could be the filling missing words, of which the learners can type their answers. And then when you're done, you can just click check to see if you got it right. Then from there, at the end, it gives you a summary of how well you did with all the quizzes or questions that were inside this video, inside this lesson. That's the entire lesson for the day. And that's how you access content on the LMS. And in any other case you wish to go to another topic without having to go to the timetable as a teacher, you can just directly go to it right there by clicking on it, and you can start the lesson with that topic without having to go to start afresh and publish. Though publishing is a better practice because your learners
malnutrition
will be able
occurs
to
when
track
either too
when
much
they were
or
taught
too little.
which content, which day, and it helps them with their studying. Thank you very much.